Hey everyone, and welcome. In today's video, I am going to be talking to you guys about the newest update for No Man's Sky, which is Origins. For those of you guys that don't know, No Man's Sky updated their game with the newest update, which they're calling Origins, just a week or so ago, and it's just redone everything in my opinion. So in today's video, I'm going to be explaining to you guys just kind of some of the things that have happened in this update, along with showing you in the background some footage of just some of the exploration that I've done. But before I get into that, I just want to say thank you very much to everyone that's been viewing my unit video and making units within the game. Everybody that's been supporting by liking and subscribing, I want to thank you guys very much for that. I'm going to be making more No Man's Sky videos related to some of the questions in the comment section of that video, so look out for those. But just wanted to say thank you guys for that. The support is much appreciated. With that out of the way, let's get right into what this new update has done to No Man's Sky as a game in whole. So some of the things that have been updated or included in the game as of the Origin update is new planets added to the existing solar systems, meaning millions of generated places no players have ever been before have now been added on top of what has already been there. There's a binary and ternary star system, so there can now be 2 and 3 suns in a solar system, which is pretty awesome to me. I mean, that's kind of like a really cool thing, because before, I'm pretty sure there was a singular star per solar system prior to this update. The new worlds that have been added have massive mountains and vistas, making better scenery. Old planets have not been terraformed in this fashion, so players won't lose a lot of the stuff they have from their biodomes or anything of that nature in their existing bases. Total UI overhaul across the game, so the user interface has been upgraded as a whole. I haven't noticed too much of a change. There is some graphic things that I see here and there, like counting your stacks. It looks like they put a little gray box behind the numbers and stuff, but other than that, I don't really see too much of a change. All planets, though, even old ones, now have more flora and more rich diversity across all of them, apparently, according to the patch notes for this update, which is really awesome. The new fauna, meaning new kinds of alien creatures, are including some that can burrow like giant sand crabs. That's an interesting thing. So now they've added new aliens as well, and some of them can burrow beneath the ground and pop back up. I believe I have some footage of that I'll play behind me while I'm talking about this. But there's so many things that are in this update, and I haven't even seen half of it, I'm sure. But moving on, they have clouds that are now higher quality, with weather variety will be more significant across the planets as well. Some planets now have swamps and marshes too, to explore in a new type of biome area, so that's interesting. There's more color diversity across planets with new palettes added, so some of the mega planets that would only have things in black and white or only in red, there's more of those now that have more diverse colors. I would assume there's probably like pinks or purples or maybe a yellow in there, or maybe even like a goldish orange or something like that. Just have to explore and see, guys. But other things that have also been included in this are new additions to the photo mode for cloud and fog control, vignettes, and depth of field, because I do remember that you were able to control like where the sun was positioned and things like that when you wanted to take pictures, but now you can obviously control the clouds and the fog, which is obviously really helpful for people that want to take those cinematic shots of those really awesome planets that they find while they're out exploring. A few other things really fast that was also added are massive alien buildings that will show up on some planets that are hubs for data, treasure, and maps to alien ruins. Giant archive buildings will contain new history for ancient aliens as well. So keep an eye out for those while you're out and about. They're going to be way easier to see because, as you saw from the trailer, they are ginormously big buildings. Huge. I mean, they're huge. They're ginormous. So just one or two other things they've got going on in this update is there's some planets will be infested by aggressive flora and fauna in a way that we haven't seen before. And I personally haven't experienced this yet, but I would assume that most of the animals and even the plant life would be aggressive type attacking animals and plants, like what you experience sometimes when you're out and about now. But obviously it would just be more dangerous to be on this planet. The new lighting employing a higher range of atmospheric illumination, that's just some fancy talk for pretty much saying that they made the light look better. Don't really know how to explain that, but they did it. Volcanoes, yes, there's now volcanoes. That was pretty much the last thing I wanted to talk about. I do have some footage of the volcanoes. They're really cool. They erupt pretty often, and it's just a cool added environmental feel to the game. The one last thing I do want to talk about before I wrap this video up is, if you guys have been following No Man's Sky from the beginning, you might remember from the launch trailer, they kind of teased everybody with this ginormous worm snake. Pretty much been renamed the sandworm at this point. And when the game got released, it was nowhere to be found. Some players were really upset about that and weren't happy to find that out. But with No Man's Sky Origin update, we can all now say that the sandworm has been included. And with that, I am going to be starting a playthrough series where I will either be uploading hour to 2 hour long segments or trying to do live stream segments, where the end goal of this playthrough is trying to find the sandworm and a planet infested with them and trying to learn about them, because all I've learned over the past few weeks of reading about the sandworm and trying to understand anything I can about it before deciding if it's a hot topic or not is that the sandworm is not very known. Not a lot of people know information on it. Not a lot of stuff can be told about it. So that is going to be the main goal of that playthrough. I hope you guys will enjoy seeing that, and pretty much the deal is you guys will help control the playthrough to finding the sandworm, depending on whether it's typing stuff in the comment section if it's an upload, or being there in live chat for a live stream. But with that said, that is the new No Man's Sky Origins update. I hope you guys are enjoying your time playing the game. If you are, I know that I've enjoyed it. I've put even more time into the game that I already have, and I just know I'm going to put even more into it. So with that being said, thanks again for all of the recent support. Hit that like button if you haven't already. If you're new, you know what to do, and subscribe, and keep an eye out for more No Man's Sky videos along with other gaming variety videos in the meantime. So with that being said, thanks again for all the support, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks and goodbye.